When performing a kickstand deadlift, it's really easy to be uneven from side to side. One of the ways we can prevent that unevenness from being strengthened is to give ourselves some feedback from a wall. So I'm backing up against this wall so that I can use it for feedback when I'm doing my hip hinge. I'm going to start relatively close to the wall, and the better I get at my hip hinge and the more straight I'm able to keep my torso while doing the exercise, the more I'm going to move away from the wall and be able to perform the exercise with a greater range of motion. So I'm going to start relatively close to the wall. I'm going to place my heel here against the wall like a little kickstand. And now I'm going to hip hinge back toward the wall. Now I'm pushing my hips back toward the wall like I'm trying to get my butt to touch the wall. And I'm letting my torso move forward like this without bending at the spine. So I want my hips to shoot back, touch the wall, and then come back out. Now with that, I am making sure that both of my hips touch the wall at the same time. So now I'm going to come quite a bit farther out and kind of show you more of what this will look like. So now I've got my kickstand here against the wall. I have my hip hinge ready to go. I'm going to put my hands here to feel my hips shooting back toward the wall. I'm going to think about using this glute and hamstring to perform the exercise. So on your planted side, you're thinking about shooting those hips backward toward the wall so that your butt will contact the wall evenly on both sides. So I'm going to inhale, shoot my hips back, allow a little bend to come in the knee, see when both of my butt cheeks here contact the wall, and then exhale, squeeze this glute and hamstring, and come back up to standing. Inhale. Exhale. And now I can feel that when I come backward, I can feel that both of my hips, my sits bones here, are trying to touch the wall at the same time, and I can feel my butt hit the wall as well, which will allow me to make sure that I am lengthening my glutes and not just bending over this way to perform the deadlift, okay? Because that's not a deadlift, because it's not a hip hinge. So I'm really using this wall for that external feedback to make sure that I'm able to touch the wall. When I'm ready, I'll grab 1 or 2 weights, depending on what you have available to you. So I'm going to inhale, come down, check to make sure both of those sits bones touch the wall, and then exhale, pushing through the floor. I'm going to stand up nice and straight. Now I'm going back to touch. I'm letting that knee bend. I'm pushing to hit those knees, that butt back to the wall, and exhale, come up nice and straight. Now, if I want to add a little bit more challenge to my core, I can grab a heavier weight and then play with what feels more challenging to my core. So I can go ahead and grab 1 weight and see what it's like to hold it on this side, and then exhale, and then switch hands. Inhale and exhale, because now I'm loading one side more than the other, and it's just a great way to keep the same exercise challenging your body in a different way. And so this is how you're going to use a single leg kickstand deadlift against a wall for that external feedback to make sure that your hips are nice and even.